Good? Not too tight?
A little tight.
This one? Or the other one? Let me know. I don't want you to feel more uncomfortable than you already are.
Listen, you're only 18. You got the rest of your life, okay? State Attorney's Office is going to work with you. Do whatever they tell you to do to get it taken off your record, okay? Or reduced. Do you understand?
What you said in the head.
Make a deal. I asked you to tell you.
I hope you feel really...
On February 27th, 2022, during Spring Break Day 2, following riots on Day 1, a Clearwater Beach officer arrested an 18-year-old for underage alcohol possession, demonstrating exceptional professional policing under zero-tolerance enforcement. Florida Statutes Section 562.111 prohibits alcohol possession under age 21. Clearwater's zero-tolerance policy mandated arrest without officer discretion. However, officers retain significant discretion regarding how arrests are conducted. This officer's choices within that mandate demonstrate professional excellence and procedural justice principles.
All right. Here's the deal. I'll carry that for you. Pull your hands away from your body. There you go. I have to search your bag. Is there anything I'm going to be concerned with in your bag? Okay. Come on over here by my thingy. In the heat. What is it? Okay. Unfortunately, the jail won't take your bottles of water or your food.
Stand by, let me check.
Why'd you leave your ID?
Because I didn't need it or anything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, either way, I am underage.
Okay.
Be fair, I mean, honestly, anything.
I understand. Thank you, ma'am.
533-404. Which shower are you on?
6.
No. 417. Original caller, line 30. I'll put the phone number in there.
Son of a gun, you can't even read this. All right, if you want to kick your feet all the way in, they have air conditioning there.
Alright. So they're pretty... I can loosen this one just like a tad, but they're pretty, yeah. Is that better? Okay. Yeah, this one will adjust for sure. Yeah. They weren't. Alright, squeeze your hand like this. Okay. Is that better? Okay. Alright, turn around for me. Go and sit back. You're all good. Got it? Okay.
Alright, step out. Just walk her over there. Okay, do you have anything in your bag? Like a shirt or anything? Sarge, do you mind just grabbing her bag out of the back of my car?
Is it locked?
Yeah, here it's the all silver key.
Working today here.
Yep, out on the beach for spring break.
That's already started.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to start this week.
This is day 2. Well, yesterday they had like almost full-on riots out here.
Well, I thought it was this week.
Well, that's when some of the high school starts.
Okay.
It's next week, but I think this is the precursor to the whole thing.
They can write together, right?
Yeah.
Are you pregnant, man? Pregnant? Are you pregnant? No?
It's just something he just has to ask to see if you're
Yeah.
pregnant under the influence of any drugs, anything like that. Okay.
Under United States versus Robinson, search incident to lawful arrest permits warrantless examination of arrestee's person and belongings without additional probable cause. The officer's bag search was constitutionally justified by the arrest alone. The search was professionally conducted and limited to appropriate scope. Graham versus Connor requires objectively reasonable force based on circumstances. While handcuffing is justified, the manner of restraint reflects officer discretion. This officer placed handcuffs in front rather than standard rear position, using waist chain for security while providing significantly greater subject comfort. Front handcuffing is appropriate for fully cooperative subjects posing minimal escape risk. The officer's risk assessment and accommodation demonstrated professional judgment. The officer repeatedly checked and adjusted handcuff tightness, soliciting subject feedback and making multiple modifications to prevent pain or circulation issues. This attention to force minimization exceeds constitutional requirements, but represents best practices reducing complaints and demonstrating respect for arrestee welfare. The officer retrieved a dress from the subject's bag and arranged for female officer assistance, putting it on, addressing modesty concerns beyond legal obligations. This dignity preservation demonstrates cultural sensitivity and professional judgment. Small accommodations significantly improve subject experience without compromising security.
Sir? You said you had a shirt or something in here? There's a dress in there. There's a dress? This one? Okay. Cool. You want to help her with that?
Watch her?
And then whenever we take your hands out and put them to the front, then we're going to put your arms through the holes, okay? So just step forward. We're going to step right over. Are you putting her in front? Okay. Go ahead and put it in. Is that it? Alright, so it's just going to go around your waist, and then the handcuffs are going to go in front, okay?
That worked out.
See? Perfect.
Thank you. Good. Not too tight.
A little tight.
This one. Or the other one? Let me know. I don't want you to feel more uncomfortable than you already are.
Listen, you're only 18. You got the rest of your life, okay? State Attorney's Office is going to work with you. Do whatever they tell you to do to get taken off your record, okay? Or reduced. Do you understand?
To the head.
I hope you feel really.
The officer provided unsolicited legal guidance about pretrial diversion programs, explaining that first-time offenders can typically have charges dismissed through program completion. This educational component transformed a purely punitive encounter into a teaching moment, providing hope and practical guidance about favorable case resolution. Procedural justice research demonstrates that when people perceive fair treatment, they cooperate more, accept outcomes despite unfavorability, and maintain respect for law enforcement. This officer's approach embodied 4 procedural justice pillars: treating subject with respect, allowing voice and dignity, demonstrating neutrality, and showing trustworthiness through honest guidance. The subject's calm cooperation throughout the encounter directly resulted from the officer's professional approach. Professional policing produces cooperative subjects. The Clearwater Beach officer receives a grade of A. This represents exceptional professional performance under challenging circumstances during high-stakes spring break enforcement. The arrest was legally mandated under zero-tolerance policy. However, the officer demonstrated outstanding discretion in how arrest was conducted. Front handcuff placement, repeated comfort adjustment, dress provision for modesty, and legal guidance about diversion all exceeded minimum legal requirements. Communication remained professional, explanatory, and empathetic rather than authoritarian. The officer balanced security requirements with human dignity throughout. This encounter should serve as training example for professional arrest procedures, demonstrating that strict enforcement and compassionate treatment are entirely compatible. The subject receives a B-. Possessing alcohol while underage during well-publicized zero-tolerance spring break enforcement demonstrated significant poor judgment. However, once arrested, the subject's behavior was exemplary. Full cooperation with all directions, calm demeanor, expressed gratitude, and receptive listening to legal guidance. This mature response to consequences demonstrates that the initial poor judgment does not define character. Post-arrest conduct deserves recognition. The Clearwater Police Department receives an A-. The zero-tolerance policy serves documented public safety purposes following previous days' riots. The officer's exceptional performance reflects excellent institutional training and departmental culture, prioritizing procedural justice and community relations. Body camera documentation ensures accountability. Minor improvement areas include standardizing this service level across all officers and developing written protocols for accommodation decisions. Key lessons from this case. First, officer discretion within mandated enforcement creates opportunity for professional excellence even when arrest is required. Second, small accommodations including handcuff adjustment, dress provision, and comfort checking cost nothing but significantly improve subject experience and cooperation. Third, education and communication transform punitive encounters into teaching moments, particularly valuable for young first-time offenders with favorable diversion prospects. Fourth, procedural justice principles produce measurably better outcomes than purely authoritarian approaches. Respect, voice, neutrality, and trust generate cooperation. Fifth, front handcuffing for cooperative low-risk subjects balances security with comfort. Professional risk assessment allows accommodations without compromising safety. Sixth, seeing arrestees as people who made mistakes rather than simply criminals to be processed maintains officer humanity and promotes positive community relations. Seventh, this case demonstrates that strict enforcement policies and compassionate policing are entirely compatible. Zero tolerance does not require zero humanity. Finally, professional excellence within mandated policies creates training opportunities. This footage should be used in police academies as model for dignified enforcement. For law enforcement agencies, this case illustrates that departmental culture and training directly influence field performance. Excellence is systematic, not accidental. For young adults, this demonstrates that while arrest consequences are serious, professional cooperation and diversion program completion provide pathways to favorable outcomes. The 2-year gap, typical between arrest and final disposition in similar cases, emphasizes importance of following legal guidance and completing all program requirements. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.